We're talking government shutdown now. Government shutdown. How does it affect the logistics and supply chain world? Well, surprisingly, in a lot of ways. You might be surprised to know that air traffic controllers are all paid for by the government. That is an entirely government-funded program. So if the government doesn't receive funding, then air traffic controllers don't receive funding either. And what we're seeing happen it's mostly affecting smaller, more regional airports, is that air traffic controllers are calling in sick. Surprise! People don't like to work if they're not getting paid. Should they be working? Yes. It's its own thing. Should they be coming in on their scheduled times? Yes. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about how will it affect what you might be moving. Now, is a lot of freight in the US moved on airlines? Surprisingly, yes. Not as much as is moved by like a train or on truck, but there is a lot of overnight shipping that is specifically moved on domestic airlines. And if those planes can't move because there's not enough air traffic controllers controlling the skies, then your freight might not move. So you might see issues in the overnight air freight shipping or even air parcel. You might see issues in those areas specifically because air traffic controllers are calling in sick. Other things that might be affected by this are, back to our earlier segment, Customs and Border Patrol. Because again, those individuals are all paid for from the government. Those are government employees, and there is the potential that they could call in sick and your entries might be processed slower at a less rapid rate. All things in this brave new world. This is unfortunately not the first time that we've seen the US government get shut down. I'm not a politician. I don't want to be a politician. What has happened in the past is that freight has been able to move, but we are really in a brave new world here, especially as the rest of global supply chain and shipping is in upheaval because of tariffs, because of administrative policies. You don't know. So we'll see what happens as this continues on, right? As the government shutdown extends. This is the end of week 1. You might see more effects in the world of logistics because of these issues. As of right now, I don't think there's major issues, especially in places where you might be importing things into. Most freight in the US runs into probably 7 different airports. Those are all major airports, very large areas where you would not see major staffing issues. But if you're doing something regionally, you might see some issues. So there you go. That's my note on government shutdown, because those get the views here on YouTube, and daddy needs some views.